I pointed right to it. That book was, it took me like 4 years to really come out with, and I'm proud of it, but I still look back and I'm just like, that's such a first book. It's such a first book. So I love that. And was it So Good They Can't Ignore You was the one they kind of like after the high school book that came out where you were.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So that was my first, that was my leap, right? When I finally made the leap away from paperback originals into like a hardcover book that was, going to get pushed, and they were paying me a lot of money for it.
Nice.
And there'd be publicists, stuff that I hadn't had before. So that was the leap. But I'll tell you this though, that book did not do what they hoped out of the gate. Right. So we put this together. They hired there's a, Mark Fortier is a great business book publicist in New York. And we pushed it. We did some stuff in the New York Times. I was like, great, here we go. I guess this is how it happens. And it was just kind of disappeared. Right. Now, over time, that thing has sold hundreds of thousands of copies. It turned out my books do more of a slow burn type thing. And as my profile grew, people found their way back to it. But it's also not linear up, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So then when I sold Deep Work, they paid less money for Deep Work than they did for So Good They Can't Ignore You.
Wow.
They're like, yeah, we'll publish it. But, because I sold it pretty soon after So Good, a couple of years later, and it hadn't yet made its move. And so they paid less, right? So it felt like at the time things were going down, like that I had kind of missed my opportunity. And I said, okay, I'm just going to put my head down and I want Deep Work to be a great book.